Alright, hello. I did an unboxing of Venus a while back, and I just got Lisboa as well as a lot of other people, and I wanted to do an unboxing of this. I guess this is more of an organizational unboxing, just to kind of show you where everything is. I don't really care about the whole opening the shrink wrap and showing you everything unpunched. I now know what's in there, and I know where it goes, and I know what it does. So that's a little bit more interesting to me anyway. Hope it's interesting to you. So this is Lisboa, the newest game by Vital Lacerda, and it's about the rebuilding of the city of Lisbon after an earthquake, tsunami, and lots of fires. Anyway, let's look inside. Yoink! So there's my sign sticker. I love his games, so I'll support him. A little extra in there. I got a pretty high number though. Almost the highest. Instruction manual. You get a solo or a solitaire rule sheet. Have not done that yet. These are some of the extras and add-ons. You get 4 player books. Very handy when you're playing a game. Now, I keep my money separate. I actually don't use this because I bought other money, but this is what the money looks like. Looks like you have 1s, 5s, and 10s. Now, this looks great when it's like piled up, It looks like a pile of money, even if it's just like 17, but for me anyway, it's hard to really tell at a glance what I have. I guess, it's kind of cool and distracting to the other players. They can see your money, but they can't see exactly how much you have, but yeah, there's a type of fried corn snack that you can get at the bars here, and it reminds me a lot of that. So I guess it just makes me hungry, or it has these, it gives me these little flashes of very greasy things. To me, it feels greasy. Anyway, here's the board. Now this is, I don't know if I can open up here, but I guess this is about as big as his other boards, but in general, Lisboa has a very big, it's very long. It's a very long board. I don't know if you can see the whole thing here, but and then you add a little end part at the end as well to for your decree cards. So it actually is very long, but it extends a little bit further than this even. So it takes up quite a bit of space on your tabletop. So if you have, my table the wings can extend a little bit, which is nice, but we usually play it at a convention center where we can put a couple tables together. This here is for 2-player games. You put this on the bottom row and it kind of fills up the streets because you have one less row to deal with in a 2-player game. And then this is the an extra board that came with the Kickstarter, and this is just where you put your decree cards. So you put your deck here, and then you reveal them here, and you put that next to the board. And here we go. Just like just like the Gallerist and Vinos, they've been putting these little plastic sheets over top of it, and you may notice something really, really interesting about this here is when you want to access the player boards, you can just remove these 2 trays and your player boards are underneath. So here are the player boards. They have little insets here, so your little bits don't slide out. If you look at the back, you see that when you slide cards underneath, it has like a little bit of a stopper there. So the idea is you slide cards up top, and you slide cards in the bottom. Yeah. My goodness, this is such a beautiful game. And there's 4 player boards. One coming. I'm very happy. Purple, I always play purple. So there's usually a purple pieces in Vital Games, which I'm very happy about. Now for me, this is, I'm still figuring out this thing here, but as you can see, I have the plans here. They fit in perfectly, the plans, but you know, you have a bit of a problem with them sliding around, so I stuff in the flavors there just to give them a little bit of buffers. I was actually considering on putting little foam pieces in here to keep things from sliding around. You get 2 bags. You get a bag for your clergy tiles and a bag for your rebel tiles, and they just kind of, they can slide in here. These places are a little bit wider, and this is narrow, and then these are more narrow, and this is wider. A little strange, but it's okay. This is the first player token, wigs. It's all about wigs, this game. So these can't fit long ways. Even if you put them in there long ways, it's a little too high, and you wouldn't be able to put the plastic thing on top. So I decided to lay them like that and stuff these in there. These are the point markers for the city. Stuff that in there to keep them from sliding around. And oh, there you go. And with the Kickstarter, I paid a little bit extra, and I got this money, which I prefer. Oh, the other money is really neat. I like the idea about like little lumps of money, but I'll tell you what, I'll take this. I'll use this. Got 10s, 5s, and 1s. And I think they're different sizes. The same on both sides, and the design's also the same on each denomination, except for the value, of course. And you can feel that this is kind of it's a little like a little sticky, I guess, a little tacky, I guess, like because that is painted on there, that rustic look to it. These feel very smooth, but yeah, it has like it's a little gummy, but it's not too bad. All right, and as you see, I put slide the city tiles in here. They're about the right length, and same deal. If you put them this way, they're not gonna. It's gonna come up over the edge like that, so you won't be able to put the lid on properly. So I just gotta have them hanging in there like that. And then you got your decree cards here. These are good for endgame scoring. You have to decipher the language, of course. These are other little bits to kind of mark the price of goods, your clergy, this is your cardinal, and oh, I forget the name, but this is it's like the bank. It's how much money you get when you do banking things. Player pieces right here. I've seen some people throw in, you start off with one of each good, and I saw some people kind of throw in one and put them in there. So, but you got little houses for your stores. These are your state officials. This is a disc to mark your influence. A disc to mark your wigs, which are your victory points. You'll have little cubes to kind of go in your warehouse spaces. And there's one more. There's one more in here. This is you, kinda. And this is solely used to mark who placed a noble card in the royal court. Just to kind of remember whose turn it is, because if other players use favor tokens, they can follow you in there, and if a bunch of people use them, you kind of forget whose turn it is, so you kind of use that marker. That's the only point to it. That's the only thing you use it for. And you get one of each color, of course. In here, I got a little from the dollar store. I got a little thing to hold my goods. So you got gold, books, textiles like fabric, and tools, and those are the 4 goods that you deal with. And you'll notice that when you flip them over, they have little victory points, little cargo boxes on the back. Because you pack them up, show them off, get some points. And these are random bonus tiles that you use to kind of add a little bit more variety to the city when you are, when you lay down a store or a public building, you get a random bonus, and these are to change them up rather than use the ones that are printed on the board. They include a few extra pieces for each color, just in case you lose one or one breaks. And then here are all the other cards. So one of the main mechanics in this game is to use cards. So these ones with the pictures, the illustrations on the back, they all have different eras printed on them. These are your boats. So you have 4 different types of boats. Those are upside down. And then these are the cards you play with, and they have 1755 to 1757. These are the ones that you start with, and then these are the ones that you take in the first phase, which is 1758 and 1762, 1763, and 1769 to 1777. So once this phase is done, the game is over, and then I guess you're done rebuilding the city. And you'll notice that you have different noble cards, and there's flavor text on it, so it gives you a date. This one says the Constitution of Costa del Rico and Public Works. So it gives you a date and something that happened that date, which is great. When I was looking at these purple cards, there's a really cool one that maybe you've seen in the previews, but this one here, a really interesting picture, very different, but it's building of the playing cards factory, 1769. Pretty cool if you're into the history of it. This has a lot of flavor history. There's a lot of history in it, and knowing a little bit about the history or getting into the history can help you remember the rules and why certain mechanics work certain ways. And then finally, I haven't tried this yet, but these are the Solitaire mechanics. So you got an A deck and a B deck, and I guess these just tell you what actions the Lacerda AI does. So I'll have to give that a whirl, but it's nice. I love that these come with the Solitaire modes. And there you go. That's it. That's all that's in there. Quite a bit of stuff. Very heavy. Very beautiful box. Love the compartments. The Eagle-Gryphon Games, Vital Lacerda Games. They've been hitting home runs one after another. So if you're looking for a new game, I highly recommend this one. It's the hotness right now, and it's coming soon to retail. So give it a go. And maybe I'll follow this up with a setup video and then a general review possibly. So look forward to seeing you all again. Any questions, please ask in the comments, and like, share, and subscribe. Okay, talk to you later. Bye.